Imagine a workforce that is motivated, they're dedicated, and they're loyal. Imagine a workforce that whenever they come to work, they feel seen and heard, and they feel safe. And what I propose to you today is the best means of maintaining that workforce, but also creating that culture of buy-in, is through trust. Doubling down on trust. And when we put trust on the same par as productivity, profitability, and the bottom line, amazing things can happen. But how do we get there? How do we connect with our people? And how do we create this workforce? And so I call it the trust bridge. Bridges have two components, foundations and a superstructure. And so the first foundation that we're going to talk about is you. How do you fit into the trust bridge? So if we look at trust, we go to Merriam-Webster. It's basically to place confidence in and to rely on. And I know some of you are still probably feeling, I don't feel quite okay with this. I'm not ready. As an engineer, I love numbers. So let's take a look at some statistics. Several different organizations have looked at high trust and low trust type of companies. And this is what they found. High trust companies, 50% higher employee productivity. We could all use that. 106% more energy at work. Yes. 13% fewer sick days. And they outperformed their competitors by 186%. So when you start thinking about trust and what you could lose by giving it away, start thinking about what can you gain? What can you gain by starting to trust your personnel? And you know what? Trust is hard. It really is. It means actually having to give away some of your power and having to let go. And trust is the hardest when you're in really high stakes issues. Because it really comes down to 4 R's. And the first one is rapport. We have to ask questions. We have to listen to our people. Give them a voice and give them the opportunities for them to share their own insights and their own ideas. That's how we start to build trust. We also have to look at respect. That convoy commander had a better idea of what was going on the ground than I did. And in the workplace, there are going to be opportunities when the people that you are working with, they might know a little bit more than you. Or they might have better ideas. How can they bring up the organization? We have to respect them, and we have to empower them. We also have to be reliable. This particular convoy commander would talk to nobody else in the Combat Operations Center. Not the watch officer, not the watch chief. Apparently I was the only one that would not freak out whenever something bad happened. He would rely on me to walk him through some really hairy, nasty situations while we were in Iraq. When we're reliable, we're dependable, and we honor other people. We respect them. And when we have a commitment, we follow through with it. And lastly, responsible. Man, it is so easy to be responsible when things are going well. But as leaders, when things start to fail, that's where real leadership comes in. Whenever something fails, instead of pointing that finger at somebody else, start to think about, what could I have done? Did I give clear instructions? Did I give them the right training? Did I give them the right timetable to get it done? What could I have done to possibly block that failure? That's what it's really all about.